So, Victor, 3 out of 4 Americans think that the upcoming presidential election is absolutely crucial to the future of U.S. democracy. From your corner as head of the Lincoln Club, how is this election playing out in the hearts and minds of your members?
Right now, in the election side, it's very polarized. A lot of people are voting emotionally when it comes to this, right? And whether you're a Democrat or Republican, these races really are very definitive on how it affects the federal down to the local side. And it's going to change everything.
So I did notice that in the list of the Lincoln Club endorsements, there was not one for president. Why?
We're the Lincoln Club, and people have known the Lincoln Club to be San Diego focused. It's really just the emphasis on the local impact of government and politics. You know, Lincoln Club's been around since 1983, over 40 years. And the reason people know the Lincoln Club is because of the effect and the impact that we have on San Diego County. And that's why you don't see anything at the federal side.
The Lincoln Club did endorse Republican Congressman Darrell Issa.
Yes.
Even though he is an election denier and he refused to certify the 2020 presidential election results, alleging widespread voter fraud falsely. Does the Lincoln Club believe that there was widespread voter fraud in the 2020 election? And if not, why would they endorse someone who believes this type of falsehood?
Darrell Issa has been around in the Lincoln Club for over a decade or two, and he has done a lot for the local community in San Diego. The reason the Lincoln Club is supported Darrell Issa is just because he's been just such a great advocate for pro-jobs, pro-economy policies here in San Diego County, and that's why we have time and time again endorsed Darrell.
So does the Lincoln Club believe that there was voter fraud in the 2020 presidential election?
The Lincoln Club primarily focuses on San Diego County issues. That wasn't something that has been an active discussion at the club. We've primarily been focused on making sure that we have people that are advocating for free market principles and making sure that there's less taxes, less regulation. Inflation is up the roof right now. I think everybody in San Diego County is feeling that right now, and we really have been fighting. There's a couple of taxes that are on the measure for the ballot.
Victor, you were born and raised in Chula Vista. You're the son of Mexican immigrants. As you know, former President Trump has referred to immigrants as criminals, as animals. He has falsely accused Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, of abducting dogs and cats and eating them. What effect does this kind of talk have on society and on our election?
I think that the election is. I think everything that's said from both candidates is affected, right? Whether they're talking about immigration issues or fiscal issues or public safety, everything that is said at that level is going to affect the election side. And that's why it's important for people to be informed on both sides and fact checking and not getting their news from only one asset.
So in addition to abortion, the economy, immigration, and crime are flashpoints in this election. Let's look at each of these issues. What's the Lincoln Club's take on the economy?
The biggest thing we advocate as a pro-jobs, pro-economy organization is that we want to reduce taxes as much as possible and reduce regulation from the federal government, even down to the local side. And ideally, we would like to see some more fiscal responsibility across all parties.
And talk to me about the Lincoln Club's view on immigration reform.
Those are more federal issues. I think that we all want a fair process entering into the country, but overall, that's more of an issue that doesn't really pertain to the endorsements that we provide. The candidates do have their individual platforms to push that out.
Crime has gone down in the first 6 months in San Diego and across the country. Are you satisfied?
Public safety is extremely important for businesses to succeed, and we are very big advocates of making sure that our streets are safe, that way our businesses can thrive.
Threats against local officials, elected officials, and otherwise are now a fact of life in San Diego. And civil discourse at public government meetings has become very uncivil. What's the solution?
I think people need to I give elected officials, something I actually really want to say is that I always give elected officials credit for for taking on the job. It is a very difficult job, no matter what side of the aisle on or what you're representing, and it is public service. And I would like people to know that my philosophy is that I think everybody, I think, whether you have one argument on one side, which is X, the other argument, which is Y, I think at the end of the day, Z is fixing San Diego County. X plus Y still equals Z at the end of the day. I think 99% of our elected officials in government want to make San Diego County a better place, but we just have very fundamental differences of how to get there.
Victor Lopez, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you so much for having me.